Right, I'm starting to repot one or two of my Regal cuttings now, and there's one that's really quite nicely. This is Judith Thorpe. Good root ball on it. In fact, that's well rooted actually. Just tease out a couple of roots. I haven't got any compost ready. Look at that. I'm not ready for this video at all. A little bit of compost there. It's far too dry. The problem with using a very dry compost is that it does potentially compact too much in the pot. So I always like to just put a bit of moisture in there, and it binds it together better. You do need to be a bit careful if the compost is dry. Oh God, that's a hard block. Put that in there. You'll get a solid lump of compost in your pot, and that can cause a few issues because your compost will not bind, and it'll all just lay flat. Won't be any air in there. And it can cause one or two issues. It can be a little bit of a pain. They basically, as I say, the compost gets just too heavy, and it's no good really, because you want lots of mix up of all the bits and pieces, all the grit and the perlite that I've got in there. You want that all to be evenly mixed with the actual compost that I'm using in this case. Just grab a pot, pop down halfway-ish. I've actually put a smidge too much in there. Look at that. Now this has taken just over a month, 26th of July. I'm filming this on the 3rd of August. And so taken just a smidge over a month, which is quite normal for Regals. I mean, this is well rooted. This has probably been rooted a week or two actually anyway. So it's taken about a month to root, which is quite normal for Regals. Regals do take a bit longer. Anything zonal type is not as long. That's that one. Just make sure it's tamped down. There we are, Regal cutting done. I probably will water this. It does, when the compost's damp like this as well, you just see me sort of more or less make it. Then you can stick it in your little sort of water tray here, and it will absorb the water a bit quicker as well. There we are, that's cool. Big lump there, which I don't want. Now I will label it up, but there we are. I'll stick that in there. You don't need to see any more. I've just got the label there. It's Judith Thorpe. Took just over a month to root. So there we are. Regal cuttings starting to be potted up, which is good, because I've actually almost run out of these little 2-inch pots that I use for me cuttings. So I've got so many cuttings going at the moment. Another thing I do need to do, I've got another batch down here. I just grabbed my tripods, I've got dirty hands. I've got a batch down here that you might be able to see, right about here. Hopefully it's in focus. I'll tap the thing, there we go. They're all getting a bit dry, but it's towards the end of the day. It's really warm in here now because the sun's just broken through, and I'm just going to mist over them. It'll dry off in the sort of 3 to 4 hours until I shut up the greenhouse, which is ideal. I don't want to go too overboard. I've also got a couple of seeds just in the back there. You might be able to see 2 pots that don't look as if there's anything in them. I've got a couple of seeds sown in those, so I'll mist those over now. Which you can do, but as I say, you just need to ensure that you give yourself a bit of time at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. You can do it if they're shaded, Just make sure you've got plenty of time for them to dry off. That's all I would say. So here we are, a few Regal cuttings. 1 or 2 have started to be potted up now. And there we go.